Which of these characters is the most powerful? Well, that's what I'm gonna find out today. I took 12 different Mascot horror characters to see who is the strongest. Alright, number 12, Mr. Peterson. Yeah, I feel like I don't really need to explain myself. What is he gonna do to me? It's just a basic guy. I'll just call the police and stop him. Heck, I'll just knock him out. Look at that receding hairline. You think I'm scared of that? Yeah, so that's why he's on the bottom of the list, because he's just a basic guy. Next up is Granny, who isn't too different from Mr. Peterson. Like, she's basically just some crazy demon grandma that just stays at her house. If you escape, she doesn't get you. Yeah, I feel like 11 is a good place for her because she isn't crazy powerful, but she's a lot crazier than Mr. Peterson. Some sad, depressed man. Also, she has a bat, and that's why she's above Mr. Peterson. And I can shoot her and she just respawns, so she is pretty powerful compared to him. However, these other characters can do a lot more damage and are harder to defeat. Number 10. Baldi. I mean, I wasn't sure where to put Baldi, but then I looked up Baldi's wiki, and I am so confused on what the heck Baldi is supposed to be. Like, is he a memory, or is he an actual person? Like, I'm actually confused. Maybe this requires a video. But that isn't happening today. So the main reason I put Baldi here is because an evil teacher that is going to kill you with a ruler is honestly terrifying. Also, in the game, Baldi is basically an unstoppable force, so I'd say he outmatches the others. Yeah, Baldi. If you guys know what he is, please comment below. Number 9. Molly Macaw. She's actually pretty powerful compared to the others I've mentioned, because she can tear out your eyes. So I'd say if she caught you, it'd be much more painful than getting hit by a ruler or a bat. Molly also had to survive in the park after it closed, meaning she most likely survived on hunting animals, which makes her much more experienced than we first thought. So I'm just telling you this, I don't want to meet a giant mutated bird. She's a lot more powerful than Granny, Mr. Peterson, or Baldi. She just seems to have extra weapons compared to them. While they have bats, she has claws on her feet and hands, which can do a lot more damage. Now, the reason she is at 9 is because she's not very intelligent and got crushed by a door. I feel like there were better opportunities for her to kill us while we were walking around the park, so that's why she's at 9. Number 8. The Star. Yeah, you have no idea who this character is. It's a character from Joyville 2, and I like his design. While he is very insecure about people dancing better than him, he has a very evil look, and I think that proves he could combat Molly, potentially beating her. To be honest, the main reason I put him here is because I love his design and I think it's awesome, but I feel like the Star is just so cool he could just dance out and win. Number 7. Freddy Faze. I don't know, to me this was a tough decision because a lot of these characters are dangerous to us humans. But when we begin to discuss fights between two different Mascot characters, it gets harder to decide who would actually win in the fight. But it felt as though good old Freddy could beat the previous ones. Like that grandma, what is she going to do? I know that Freddy can be dangerous, but it's hard to know how dangerous he is. However, when we look at Glamrock Freddy, he seems to be able to take on biological opponents and is very durable. But if you think Freddy is too low, I understand, because, well, it makes sense. It's Freddy Faze guy. Number 6. Mr. Huggy Wuggy himself is lucky number 6, because I think he can beat Freddy for one reason. This video is sponsored by Huggy Wuggy. Are you all alone and need a friend? Huggy Wuggy will never let you go. Huggy Wuggy, giving hugs to the needy. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like Huggy might have an advantage of being a trained killer, because he is a night guard, and I'm sure he weren't the first person he tried to. How hard could a FNAF exoskeleton be anyways? But what makes me side towards Huggy is he fell from hundreds of feet and still survived. Where? We don't know. I also feel like Huggy Wuggy could outsmart Freddy, as it has been proven that Huggy Wuggy is one of the smartest experiments. Number 5. Frankie. Yeah, I think this is fair. Frankie seems to be an enemy that would be very difficult for Huggy to defeat, or even Freddy, as we see Sexy Tumblr Man get beat up by Frankie. So Frankie has had experience killing people day in and day out, so I'm sure Huggy Wuggy couldn't stop him. He's more agile than anyone I've ever mentioned above, while also being able to crush a human skull with his foot. Like if it's a knockdown, drag out fight, I got Frankie winning it. His only weakness in my opinion is that he couldn't kill the player when he was supposed to, and that makes me doubt he can eliminate the mascots above. So far, I feel like you guys agree with my picks, but I apologize for the next one. Pancreas. Number 4, Ban Ban. I told you guys I'm sorry, but actually I think Ban Ban would be a tough opponent for a lot of these characters. We've even seen him attack giants much bigger than him, and survive hits that would be tough for a lot of these mascots to survive. He's also smart and manipulative, so I think he could trick a lot of mascots. He also has this weird substance, Jivanium, and Jivanium seems to have superhuman characteristics, as we've seen with Jumbo Josh, Ban Ban, Stinger Flynn, All these characters are extremely strong compared to the other mascots we actually face in other games. As long as Ban is in his demon form, in my opinion, he's almost unstoppable. Except for the ones above. I know it's a strange pick, but I truly believe Ban would be a very tough opponent for a lot of these characters to stop. Roblox! Number 3.5, the figure. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not following the traditional ranking system? Too bad. I know I told you 12 mascots, but it's 13 now, because I kind of forgot about the figure. And I think he can take on every mascot I've mentioned. He's shown us his speed after he chased us, and his durability falling towards the ground while falling with the elevator. He's also pretty strong, so you know he'd crush this guy who beats up children. While he is blind, once he finds his opponent, he will completely obliterate them, so I feel confident in my choice to place him at 3.5. To me, his only weakness is that he's a mindless monster, so once he fights someone with more intelligence than him, he's a goner. And that leads us to our top 3. Number 3. Amanda, you may be wondering why the demon is so high on this list. Well, it's because the demon has been shown to be incredibly fast and agile, with supernatural strength. If you don't believe me, well, the demon crashed through a roof. I'd say that takes quite a bit of strength and force. Another reason Amanda is so high is because she's demonic. Most of their characters are biological, so it'd be a lot easier to kill them compared to Amanda and her demon. I really love how the demon is able to twist in unusual ways, showing if it got into a fight with many of these creatures, it could just bend itself back into place and continue fighting. While this creature is big and supernaturally strong, it's also got small arms and legs compared to the other two on this list. Number 2. The Ink Demon is literally the Hulk because he is so incredibly powerful and durable, I don't know who could defeat him. But number 1. Towards the end of Dark Revival, we see hundreds of demons attack the Ink Demon, and he still overcomes them all and waltzes right through. While he does have help, I don't think he needed it. I would honestly say this character is at least 15 feet tall, and he's super muscular, so he can take on a lot of different opponents and still defeat them. The demon was also able to defeat Wilson in his Ship-Ahoy form, so I think this shows the demon is basically an unbeatable monster. The only downside of the Ink Demon is that we've never seen him in the real world, and this could prove fatal to him if he wants to fight outside of the ink machine. And finally, number 1, Choo Choo Charles. As soon as I started thinking about the list, I quickly realized Choo Choo Charles is the most powerful mascot horror character we've ever seen before. Like, he's able to take shots from a rocket launcher, 50 caliber machine gun, and the list goes on. The only way we were able to kill Charles was to explode a bridge with a massive amount of dynamite. Even then, we got lucky because he landed on a spike straight through his face. The train also makes a tough shell for enemies to break through. While I think the Ink Demon could break through normal Charles, our inky friend stands no chance against powered up Charles. Powered up Charles can teleport and has giant spider legs, making him tougher than he was before. I really enjoyed making this ranking video. It was a lot of fun. It's my first time making one, so I hope you enjoyed it. Give me some ideas of what I should rank next, and tell me what games I may have missed. Have a great day. IC, out.